don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. Don't talk to. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way. All right, I'm going to go with another question. Go ahead.
Hey you guys, what is up? Have you guys been enjoying your Super Chaffee?
Shut the up. Know your place, trash.
Well, today I'm going to share with you how I think you can get the best out of the Super Chaffee, and it's not just going to be a free garage slot. If you're here for the first time, consider liking, subscribing, turning on the notifications. This helps out my channel a lot, and let me thank you in advance. Well, anyway, we are in the Super Chaffee, and I am running optics, improved rotation mechanics, and improved aim. So I'm not running rammer, I'm not running vertical stabilizers as most players would do. I mean, competitive players, you know, vertical stabilizers and rammers are pretty much standard when you want to shoot and you want to run and gun and you want to be good. But this tank suffers from really terrible gun handling. The dispersion on this gun is 0.42, which is worse than the Type 64, which makes it really terrible. So I run food on this thing, which brings it down to 0.40, and then I run the improved aim, which brings it down another 0.02 dispersion, which brings it down to 0.38 dispersion, and that is really good considering how bad it was to begin with. Now, again, this tank is not to be compared with the T52 or the Type 64 because it is just simply in a different kind of category of tanks. You can't really compare it. If you're gonna do well in this tank, the first thing you need to do is don't compare it to the Type 64 or the T52. This Super Chaffee is actually a really balanced tank, and I must say congratulations to Wargaming for making it so, instead of making it like super lousy or completely overpowered. It is really balanced tank. It is neither lousy or very, very good. It has terrible gun handling, yes, but it is a small tank. It has camouflage. It has really terrible mobility and agility. Forward speed only 56 kilometers an hour going forward. You cannot match a Type 64 that does 72 kilometers an hour, and it cannot match a T52 going forward at 65 kilometers an hour. So what's going to happen here is you cannot play this tank as an aggressive light tank, an aggressive scout. You cannot do that. You have to play second line scout, second line light tank. Your main competitors in tier 6 light tanks are going to be the two tanks I mentioned, the T52, the Type 64, and of course the wheeled tanks, the AMR or the EBR, sorry, the AMD 17, whatever that, you know, the 178B, the French wheeled tank. So these are your competitors. When you see those tanks on your enemy team, you need to be really careful. You either need to wait until they are destroyed before you make your move, or you need to try to avoid them as much as possible, because you can't compete against those two light tanks. You do not have the speed, the accuracy, the gun handling to go directly competing with them. So what you need to do with a Super Chaffee is play second line, and that means knocking down bushes, sniping from a distance, using your view. You still have great view range because you are a light tank. Now, I could have better view range in this tank, but I only have a 1.8 skill crew in this tank. So I do not have the maximum view range, I do not have maximum potential, but I still can be competitive as long as I do not try to fight a Type 64 or try to fight a T52, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I knock these trees down, and then I'm going to use my camouflage skills to try and hide and stay away from people by using the camouflage and view range mechanics. Now, like I said, I don't have vertical stabilizers and I don't have rammers. One of the sad things about this tank is it reloads really slow as well. It reloads over 4 seconds to reload in this tank. In fact, it's 4 point something, and if you have all the skills, it's still around just below 4 seconds. Of course, if you are competing with a T50-2, it reloads in 3.84 seconds, and a Type 64 3.36 seconds. Really fast firing guns, but it does 115 damage, same as a Type 64. So you still can fight, but you just cannot reload as fast as a Type 64. So brawling with a Type 64, brawling with a T52, those kinds of tanks that reload really fast. T52 reloads under 3 seconds, so it's really difficult. Right now we are, almost lost this game. We're down by 4 tanks. We are stuck in this hole here. I am suggesting to the T67 to go forward with me and try and help me finish these 2 guys, and then we will push out towards the north, which is exactly what I'm doing. I've already done 2,000 spotting damage and 1,200 actual damage. These 2 guys are single shots for me, and I finish off that Stug. The improved aim and the improved rotation mechanics help me gun down these 2 guys quickly. And now what I want to do is try to I hope that my team can hold on in the south, and I'll try to finish off those 3 artillery pieces. Now those 3 artillery pieces are going to be really annoying, so I need to try and find them and finish them off as quick as possible. But this game looks like it's going to be done because we've lost all our tanks in that hole. It's just me and an M44 artillery, and looks like he's alone and he's going to be dead soon. I bump into the other 2 artillery pieces, and I already have my what do you call these, HE shells loaded, and I will just shoot the artillery. And in hindsight here, I should have finished off that other Su-8 and then return back to base. Now that I'm shooting this tank destroyer, only now I've realized that he is probably AFK, but I've already made up my mind that this game was lost, and I was just gonna do as much damage as I can before they finish capping out this game. But in hindsight, if I thought about it, I could have actually made it back to my base and possibly abuse my camo and my view range mechanics and try to reset the base and then keep a distance and snipe them from bushes or snipe them from outside their view range and finish them off. Instead of dealing with that TD, I could have just rushed this artillery, finished him off with my 2 shots, and then went on to reset the base. But anyway, it is what it is. I could have done better, I know that, but that's okay. And this is your Super Chaffee. Remember, do not try to fight other the T52 and the Type 64. Just keep your distance and do damage and do spotting. This game for me was a 4,500 combined and a 2,000 plus damage that I did myself. Got me an ace tanker and patrol duty. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed your Super Chaffee as well. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.